All right, I'm going to call to order the Planning and Zoning Commission meeting for the city of Hayden this Monday, December 15th, 2025. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Erickson?
Here.
Commissioner Graham?
Here.
Commissioner Johnson? Commissioner Johnson? Commissioner Morris?
Here.
Commissioner Vargas? I see you on. Just let us know you're here over the phone too.
Joel Johnson's here.
Thank you, Joel. And Commissioner Vince Vargas, can you give us a here? Chair Taylor?
Here.
All right, Vince, when you get your microphone working, chime in. We can see you're online. I'm okay to keep him there, do you need to hear?
No, if I can't see him, we need it here. If I can see his face, then we wouldn't need it here, but it's okay.
So Vince, for now, we're gonna mark you absent, but chime in when your audio is working and let us know you're here, please.
All right, in the meantime, I'll lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Please rise. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We got a couple unmutes.
That one.
All right, are there any additions or corrections? Anything we need to add or take away? Okay. And regarding the consent calendar, would anyone like to make a motion to approve the Planning and Zoning Commission regular meeting minutes from December 1st, 2025?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
All right,
I'll second that.
okay. Would you like us to do an all in favor, or is that a roll call one?
A roll call on consent.
Okay. We will have a roll call momentarily.
Was there a motion?
There was a motion and a second.
I was listening to the echo.
Okay, remind me who did the motion, because I was trying to mute people.
Chris motion.
Thank you, Commissioner Morris. And second?
Cody.
Thank you, Commissioner Grano. All right, so roll call. Commissioner Erickson?
Yes.
Commissioner Grano?
Yes.
Commissioner Johnson?
Muted.
Technical difficulties.
Chair Taylor?
Yes.
And Commissioner Johnson? Commissioner Vargas, are you here yet? Okay.
Well, that's enough for an approval, right?
Yeah, you
And
can,
you had four.
Yeah.
Are we good?
you haven't
Yeah.
called an eighth, I don't think.
All right, next up, we have the public hearing. I'm going to recuse myself because I'm going to be stepping down from the Planning and Zoning Commission, and I'm going to be taking over on city council. So I'm actually going to be hearing this when it's brought to city council.
Okay, well, I guess I'm taking over. So I'll open the public hearing on PZE-24-0133, city-initiated annexation of North Government Way. Okay, commission, has anyone had any ex parte communication with the applicant or the general public regarding this case?
No.
No.
Proceed, we'll take that as a no from everyone. The applicant, Donna Phillips, on behalf of City of Hayden, will be presenting.
Good evening. Thanks for everybody being really flexible today. I think we've all got pre-Christmas, everybody somewhere. Today we're looking at a city-initiated annexation. We call it the North Government Way annexation. And just to give some background, we noticed for a project, and in the project, we were requested by Lakes Highway District to annex Government Way, the Government Way right-of-way, which is shown in blue. So it's from our kind of northern line on Government Way, about 700 feet north of West Lancaster Road to Bakel. And so when staff looked at that, it became very apparent that there were some properties that kind of were sandwiched in between Highway 95 and Government Way that really utilized Government Way as their primary point of access. And we reached out to those landowners along that piece of property, that stretch of road, and asked them if they would like to participate in an annexation of that Government Way right-of-way. It requires all the same noticing and public noticing, what have you, and public hearing process. And the owner of the properties that are in red, here there are actually 3 properties, said yes, this would be a good time for them to pursue the possibility of being annexed. Properties farther north, they didn't think that now was the best time for them. And the city, gosh, in all the time I've been here, so I've been here like 27 years, we've never forced anybody to annex. So we've offered many times to have folks come in specifically for this noticing and getting everybody at the same place at the same time. But we've never required it. So that's what we did here. And so the properties that are shown here are in what is now considered the area's city of impact. And they're in what we're proposing that impact to be amended to in the future. So normally I would pass this over to the applicant and they would present theirs, but since we're the applicant, you get to cap me on kind of both sides and during the whole thing. So there are, when an annexation request comes before a city, there's kind of a 2-pronged approval. The first portion is planning and zoning reviews the request, and they determine if the requested zone for that property makes sense, and they make a recommendation to council that should council approve the annexation, it would be with this zone designation, whatever the Planning and Zoning Commission kind of forwards their direction. So we look at the 5 standards of approval for a zone map amendment, and that's what the staff analysis did that you guys have had an opportunity to review. In that, the first 2 kind of standards of approval identify whether or not we need to have any additional studies or additional plans, or if there need to be any additional conditions placed on the annexation. And staff doesn't believe that there should be any additional studies, plans, or conditions as part of this request. And then the next 3 standards of approval, they have to do with whether or not this zone map amendment, because right now it's in the county, and when it comes into the city, we would add a zone to it. If that is in compliance with the future land use map and the goals and policies found in the Hayden's comprehensive plan, we also have to look at whether or not the requested zone and the uses that are proposing to be in it meet the purpose and intent of the zone that they're requesting. And then the last one is that we need to make sure that the zone that we're putting there and the uses are consistent with the neighborhood context in and around those particular properties. So the right-of-way itself doesn't really have a zone associated to it. The zone is really very specific to those 3 properties directly west of the right-of-way. So we just recently approved the comprehensive plan update. However, the application to move this right-of-way, bring this right-of-way forward, and with these 3 properties, actually the process started before the plan was adopted, so they fall under the old plan. In this particular case, the property in the area between Highway 95 and Government Way shows as commercial use on the future land use map of old. It also shows as commercial use of the comprehensive plan, future land use map as it was adopted recently. So in this case, it fits both worlds. The uses that are on it today are a retail service, and then they have a general office building as well as a vacant piece of property. And commercial land uses are those that are really related to service-oriented businesses, professional offices, et cetera. The comprehensive plan goals and policies are found on page 4 of your staff analysis, and then in their completion in the appendix. And I'm not going to go through all of those piece by piece, unless you have specific questions. When you're looking at the commercial zone, you also have to look at the design standards of that commercial zone in the Hayden City Code under the zones versus uses. And the setbacks are all met today for the existing structures that are on site. And any future design or development of those lots would have to be also in conformance with the design standards as they stand. So then the 5th standard has to do with, are you consistent with the neighborhood that's around you? And so this is North Government Way facing kind of northwest. And you're looking at the south end of that proposed annexed area, the proposed 3 lots that we're looking at annexing. This is North Government Way, again facing slightly northwest. You're looking really at the middle of that proposed site. This is an office building that most people that have been here for a really long time know as the atrium, and it's kind of sitting there. And then you'll also notice that the approach into the charter school is in this same kind of right about the middle of these 3 lots. Oops, backwards, forwards. So then if you go around and you're looking south from on North Government Way at the northern portion of the 3 lots, this is what you're seeing is that empty lot that hasn't been yet developed. And then at the intersection of Bakel and North Government Way, so it's basically from this intersection straight south until that 700 feet plus or minus north of West Lancaster. That's the right-of-way that's looking at coming in as being requested to be annexed. We did send out agency comments, agency requests for comment. We received comments back from those that are shown here. The ones all the way down through Northern Lakes Fire Protection District, those were as part of the staff analysis. And then during public comment that went out again, we received 2 additional comments from Idaho Department of Water Resources and Fish and Game, and those were no comment. They were part of what was in board book that you had already had opportunity to review. So most all of the folks that responded from the agencies did not have concerns. The Coeur d'Alene Airport did request an navigation easement over those 3 properties, and so we did add a condition that I'll get to shortly. Lakes Highway District followed up with an email. They put it on their board meeting, and then there was a follow-up letter that was part of the public comments that were in your packets in Board Book, basically stating that they were in support of this as they had requested it previously. North Kootenai Water and Sewer District identified that they are ready and willing and able to provide water service. And Northern Lakes Fire Protection provided a letter that talked about development and access points, fire hydrant locations. There were 2 public comments that were provided with the public noticing, and both of those were in support. So there were 4 kind of recommended conditions that are a pretty standard rule of thumb related to annexations. The first one is that the owner of those 3 lots, Be Lake Enterprises, enter into an annexation agreement with the city. The second is that at the time of any future development, whether it's site or subdivision, that they comply with the requirements of the fire district. That the owner grant a roadway, drainage, utility, and snow storage easement and dedicate the right-of-way on North Government Way in accordance with the city's adopted transportation plan and/or intersection plan at the time of annexation. And then when those properties actually develop, if that's, several years down the road, they actually will follow the then adopted transportation standards at the time of development. And then the fourth one is that these properties that are already developed are on their own kind of sewer solution, not attached to a municipal sewer system. And so at the time of future development, the sewer shall be extended to the boundaries of the property in accordance with the sewer master plan, and all future site plans and existing or future buildings shall connect to municipal sewer within 1 year of availability. So right now there isn't sewer available to this site, but it is anticipated that there will be at some point in the future. And then this fifth one has to do with that agency request from the airport to get an navigation easement in place, and that would happen as a condition of the annexation agreement and before the annexation ordinance would get passed. And then should you approve it, continue it, or deny it, some sample motions. I stand for questions.
I don't have any questions.
I don't either.
Anybody have questions on the Zoom link?
No questions here.
Do you want me to leave this slide up in case there are comments from the,
Yeah, Donna?
yes.
So is this just a simple annexation?
It is just an annexation of, yes, it's just an annexation.
Oh, sounds simple.
Joel.
Sorry, yes, this is Joel.
You may want to check and see if there's any public that wants to participate that's online, so you can
number
get in the
6.
right order.
Should we go to comments now, that section?
Yes, he has, as long as there's no other questions.
If there's no other questions, we'll move to comment. Okay, anyone who wants to offer comments regarding the subject case, please submit a completed form located on the table by the entrance doors. The forms must have your name, address, date, whether you want to testify in support of, opposed to, or are neutral. Anyone planning to speak must do so at the podium so your remarks can be heard in the recording system. All questions and comments will be directed to the commission, not the applicant. The applicant will have the opportunity to answer questions and offer a rebuttal after all public testimony is completed. All speakers will need to state their name and address for the record before they begin speaking. I will call first those supporting the application, then those uncommitted, and finally those opposed to the application. Please note the commission is not here to answer questions. So we have 2 public comment forms, both in support.
And I think there's somebody online, correct, that wants to speak?
They might not, I don't know.
Okay, well, can we go ahead and call up first? Okay, Bill Lenz. Come on up.
Do you want a map up?
Sure.
Is that one okay?
Yeah, thank you, Donna.
Want to get out of the roadway?
Good evening, Commissioners. My name is Bill Lenz, 618 West Riverside, Suite 300, Spokane. I'm here in support of the annexation. I represent Hayden Canyon 64 LLC. I'm a land use attorney at Foster Garvey. Hayden Canyon 64 is an owner of property just to the east of this, so just to the east of the annexed right-of-way, or to be annexed right-of-way. This project is, my client's project consists of residential and multifamily development, so the right-of-way is very important to that. The annexation area of Government Way annexing the right-of-way rather, would be a very important thing for our development because it allows for sufficient access and the improvement of that right-of-way so that the cars that need to access the property can get there. So far, as you've heard ably from Donna, the annexation meets all the criteria, checks all the boxes, so I can keep my time here relatively short. But I just want to voice our support of the annexation and that this is a critical move that helps our client build a development that is important for the city. As you've heard, the Highway District and the other owner who owns property in the annex area is supporting this, so I see no reason why it shouldn't pass. So I respectfully request that the commission consider the annexation and approve it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Come on up.
Good evening, Chairman and members of the Planning and Zoning Commission. My name is Glenn Lanker, and our firm is Ardios Architecture, Community Design and Development. Our address, we're located in that atrium building, 13403 North Government Way, suite number 206. We're working with Mr. Bielik and the developer of a proposed project on the north portion of Mr. Bielik's property. What is being considered and that we've been working on, we look forward to bringing it to the city at some point in the future here, is a state-of-the-art combination fitness and wellness center. And we're also, part of the proposed master plan for that portion of the site includes a potential green grocer or health food oriented grocery store, as well as a sit-down restaurant. We're also looking at south of the atrium building at other proposed or other potential commercial uses such as a hotel and other things. So I know that's not part of this application, but just to let you know that we're involved with Mr. Bielik in the property, and we certainly support the annexation request. It'll do a lot of things, as was mentioned. It was anticipated as part of the Hayden Canyon project and will allow it to go forward, but it'll also allow the development of the property along the west side. And the proposed uses that we're considering are consistent with the proposed commercial zoning, and so we're okay and with all the setbacks and other development conditions that were in the staff report. And to provide some benefit for the community as well as for the city, we certainly support the annexation request and would appreciate you all making that recommendation. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Thanks, man. I think that is it for public comment in favor. I don't believe we have any other public comments. So, per resolution 2017-4, public comments will be limited to 5 minutes. Please stay, I guess we got that. Okay, does anyone on the commission have any further questions?
I don't.
I do not.
No. I do not.
Okay, we have no further questions from the commission. The hearing is now closed. No further questions or comments will be allowed from the public. Do we wish to proceed or schedule deliberations for another date?
Proceed.
Proceed.
Proceed, yep.
Proceed.
Okay, let's start deliberations. I have no questions.
Donna, can you put some of the standards back up? I think that would be helpful.
Yep.
So the purpose of deliberations is for you to provide commentary regarding what you've heard tonight and the facts that support the standards of approval or do not as you move towards a motion.
Yeah, I mean, it just seems like it makes sense. Everything's, like I say, it all falls into place. I don't see any opposition, so, I mean, why wouldn't we approve it?
I agree. It does seem to meet all conditions in the master plan as well as current zoning, so I would agree.
Depends on what restaurant's going in, I guess.
Yeah.
That's top secret.
Commission, any other comments?
None here. I said, I think it meets all the requirements of the comp plan and our standards of approval. So I would make a motion to approve.
Okay, I'll second the motion.
Roll call vote. She's getting it.
It's a slow computer. And Chair Taylor, that was you, correct, who made the motion?
Correct. Yes.
Do you have a
Uh-huh.
Second?
Second.
Thank you. Let's see. Commissioner Grano,
Yes.
Commissioner Johnson,
Aye.
Commissioner Morris,
Yes.
and Chair Taylor.
Yes.
Motion goes forward.
Well, Commissioner Dennis, you are now
Seemed way harder than it should have been.
Smooth as silk. All right, we move on to reports. Looks as if there's a Community Development Director's report. Is that so?
It is. So we do have a relatively busy docket coming up. So we only have one meeting in January and we have one meeting in February. I believe both of those have public hearings at them. So it'd be really great if y'all got in the same room better. But this works, but it's sometimes better for public hearings if we're all in the same room to hear everything. So,
You think it would go better if we were all in the same room?
Yeah.
sometimes. It's easier for the applicant.
No, I know.
Yeah.
For the public who are actually presenting, it's easier to talk to a group. And the other thing is that first meeting in January, we'll be also electing our new chair and vice chair for the.
What's the date of that meeting?
It's the first Monday in January.
January
The
5th.
fifth.
January 5th.
Other than that, Christmas, there's some Christmas goodies for the commissioners that are here. And for those that are on Halifax, they'll be upstairs. Anybody can stop by and pick them up.
If there's anything left over.
Yeah, I'm not sure they get any.
Yeah.
And thank you, Commissioner Erickson, for your service and best of luck on city council.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Great job.
And with that,
Motion to adjourn.
oh, I would like to make a motion to adjourn tonight's meeting.
Excellent. You just need a motion. Now you can hit the gavel.
All right. Meeting adjourned.
Hey.